This is going to be a discussion about the Birds of Prey television series from 2002. This was a first time watch. This is a show that I've known about for years and years and years. Never watched it. I found it at Goodwill for $4, so I bought it. I thought, what the heck? I'll take a chance. I like Batman. So, yeah, I have thoughts about this one. This is a weird show. You can find this on Tubi right now if you want to watch it. I saw that it was available on the Tubi app. So it's available for free. But wow, let's get into it. So this show is kind of bizarre. It's it's like okay, so there's the original Birds of Prey comic that was made by Chuck Dixon. And that comic originally starred Black Canary and Barbara Gordon. That was the original team. They later added Huntress. So this show is not the original Birds of Prey team. It's actually Helena Kyle, played by Ashley Scott. She plays Huntress. She is the daughter of Batman and Catwoman. Now, in the opening narration for the show, the pilot episode, I think it plays in every episode, we have Alfred Pennyworth gives a narration about what happened in New Gotham. I'll talk about New Gotham in just a second, but evidently Batman and Catwoman had a thing, and they had a daughter together, and Catwoman gets murdered, okay, by Joker is what they say, but we find out later it wasn't Joker. I'm not going to spoil it for you because that was one of the cool things about the show that I liked. There's not a whole lot about the show that I like, but that's one of the things is the reveal of Catwoman, how she died. But they have a daughter. Joker and Batman's war with each other, I guess, ends in tragedy. It's like The Killing Joke, if you're familiar with that book, where Barbara Gordon gets shot by the Joker, so she has to hang up her mantle as Batwoman, and she becomes Oracle. Oracle, kind of, that original team in the comic was, like I said, Black Canary and Oracle. In this show, it's Huntress and Barbara Gordon as Oracle. So that's different. And Huntress is what they call a metahuman, which doesn't make any sense because in the comics she didn't have superpowers. She was just a human, like Bruce Wayne and Catwoman. But I guess this is one of the weird things is that they're wearing in the flashback sequences we get to see Batman and Catwoman is wearing the Tim Burton Batman Returns costume. So I guess she was kind of a metahuman in that show because she had like the 9 lives things. I mean, she survived being electrocuted at the end, of the movie when she kills Max Schreck. But I don't know what universe this is supposed to be taking place in, really, because Joker's alive, and this is what's bizarre. In the opening sequence of the pilot, we see Joker shoot Barbara Gordon in a flashback, but he's voiced by Mark Hamill, who did the voice of Joker in the Batman the Animated Series. So it's kind of like this mixing pot of 90s Batman, because this is pre-Chris Nolan. So it's in this weird spot. It's a Batman show that doesn't have Batman in it. I mean, he's still alive, but we're like, what happened to him? That's one of the things I was asking during this show. So as far as it being called New Gotham, there was a comic book storyline called No Man's Land. And basically Gotham City got destroyed by an earthquake. And so in this show, they're in New Gotham because it's built on the remains of the Gotham that collapsed. There's actually a reference to No Man's Land in one of the episodes. I don't know which, but one of the things they make a tie back, they talk about the Robins, Tim Drake and Dick Grayson and Jason Todd. They get mentioned, they get name dropped. I think it's like in the first or second episode. So it's like, oh, so they're trying to tie it back to the comics, but it has this weird connection to the movies, but also has a connection to The animated series, I don't know. The show's just kind of a mess. Like really, I don't get it. It's got early 2000s CG. Um, the city is probably one of the worst CG cities I've ever seen. But I mean, it's okay. It is what it is. One of the things that doesn't make a lot of sense to me is, okay, so let's just introduce the three characters, the three main characters of the show. You've got Helena Kyle, played by Ashley Scott. She's Huntress. You've got Oracle, played by Dina Meyer, who's Batgirl, but she's like paralyzed from the waist down. She's in a wheelchair. And then you've got Rachel Skartzen, who plays the daughter of Black Canary. So Black Canary actually shows up in an episode of the show, by the way, and she's played by Lori Lofton from Full House. Um, that was one of the okay episodes. I mean, it wasn't. There's no episode of this series that's gonna knock your socks off. Okay, this is a show that perhaps needed more time to grow, and it just didn't get it. Um, you've got Shamar Moore. He plays Reese, Detective Reese, who ends up becoming like romantically involved with Huntress. My question is, where's Commissioner Gordon? Commissioner Gordon's not in the show. He's not mentioned in the show. Huntress refuses to wear a costume, like a disguise. So, like, I don't know, she's walking around with no mask on through the whole thing, and then it's like nobody can recognize her. That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, like, she couldn't wear a mask. The costumes are basically black leather jackets. Although there is an episode where Dina Meyer's Batgirl does don the Batgirl costume, and that's probably my favorite episode of the series. It was one of the better ones. I don't know which one that is. I don't know. You get this little booklet in here. Whatever. Let's see the episode listing. It is an episode called, I think, Sins of the Mother. Dina learns of her family link to Batman. No, it's Primal Scream. I don't know. Never mind. I have no idea. Yeah, so here's the cast. Here's the cast of the show right there, so you can see everybody in the cast. All right. Ian Abercrombie plays Alfred. He's actually really good as Alfred, and I think Dina Meyer does a fantastic job as Batgirl. She's much better than Alicia Silverstone was in Batman and Robin. You see Mia Sara from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, right? and the Ridley Scott film Legend. She plays Harley Quinn, Dr. Harleen Quinzel. So I don't know how they don't know. Like, this is one of the weird things too. Helena Kyle, this is her therapist. How does she not know that this is Joker's henchman? Like, I don't get it. There you see Lori Lofton. She's Black Canary in the show. It got canceled after 13 episodes. I don't know, man. It's a weird show. I guess it's worth a watch. Maybe it's not. It's kind of goofy. It's kind of a goofy show. It's one that's strange, and I don't really understand it. But 13 episodes. It does have some cringe-inducing dialogue. It's a pretty goofy show. It's kind of a mess. And then, of course, I think that there was a cameo appearance by Ashley Scott as Huntress in the Crisis on Infinite Earths WB series that they did. I didn't watch any of that stuff. I never watched any of the spin-off shows like The Flash or Arrow or any of that stuff, or Smallville. I was not a fan of Smallville. So I was a Batman fan. I still am a Batman fan, so I thought I'd check this out. It was okay. I mean, it's not great. It's not terrible. I don't think that it's as bad as people give it, as people rag on this show and say how bad it is. I don't think it's that bad. I think that Dina Meyer is really great as Barbara Gordon, and I think Ian Abercrombie is a fantastic Alfred. Um, so I'd say, you know, for me, I think the best episode was the episode with Batgirl, where where Oracle dons the suit again. That was episode 8, Lady Shiva. So maybe just watch that one. I don't know. There's a little bit of pro Skittles in this show. So I'm not a fan of the pro Skittles agenda. But there you go. That's my discussion on this bizarre television series from 2002. Anyways, that's all. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.